Hygiene in the Old West. The American frontier, also known as the Old West or the Wild West, was a historical era that spanned from the early 19th century to the late 19th century. During this time, pioneers headed westward in search of the frontier, hoping to amass fortunes and start a new life. Conquering the frontier was a feat of bravery and perseverance, but it was also accompanied by a less glamorous reality: the precarious hygiene conditions that settlers faced in their struggle to establish themselves in these inhospitable lands. In this video, we will examine what hygiene was like in the Old West, exploring the challenges and difficulties that settlers faced in staying clean and healthy in a harsh and tough environment. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up to date with our updates. Traveling westward involved long journeys in ox-drawn wagons or on horseback, facing difficult terrains and adverse conditions. Colonists and pioneers had to endure difficulties in staying clean amidst the dust and scarce opportunities for bathing or grooming during these grueling trips. The lack of hygiene during these journeys was one of the main concerns for the health and well-being of those who ventured westward. Once settlers reached their destinations and established camps and towns, they faced the lack of infrastructure for basic sanitation. The absence of sewer systems and limited access to clean water created an unsanitary environment prone to the spread of diseases. Waste and sewage were discharged near the camps, creating an unhealthy and unpleasant environment for those residing there. Access to adequate and clean bathrooms was a scarce luxury in the Old West. The lack of water and sanitation facilities greatly hindered the task of staying clean and groomed. Personal hygiene was a constant struggle, and many settlers faced the discomfort and shame of not being able to bathe or groom regularly. Laundry washing also presented challenges in the Old West. Colonists had to wash their clothes by hand in nearby rivers or streams and then dry them in the sun or in front of campfires. The lack of soap and detergents made this task even more difficult. Dirty clothes and unpleasant odors were a constant reality in the daily life of settlers. The lack of hygiene in the Old West had serious consequences for the health of the population. Waterborne diseases such as dysentery and cholera were common due to the lack of proper waste disposal and sewage systems. Epidemics also plagued communities, sometimes decimating large portions of the population and leaving scars in the history of the American West. Reflecting on this harsh reality allows us to appreciate the bravery and tenacity of those who faced adversity in their quest for a better life in the Old West. Furthermore, it helps us understand the importance of valuing and preserving hygiene as a fundamental part of our health and well-being in modern society. If you are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to follow us on all our social networks, which will be here below in the description. Remember, history is the memory of time, and the warning of the future.